What's up everyone? So in today's video, I'm going to cover how you can get big shoulders and big arms. So stay with me. To all my guys out there, you all want those big broad shoulders, right? So when people, you walk down the hallway, they move out of your way, those prominent shoulders. If it's anything other than the glutes, which are the king of the jungle, it's the shoulders that show prominence and confidence. And that's what we really strive for, to have big shoulders and big arms. In today's video, I'm going to cover how you can start growing those big shoulders and big arms, and some tips and insight that you haven't heard from fitness professionals across the country. So here we go. In order to get big shoulders, you have to carry things and pick things up. Think about it this way. If you go to the grocery store, try to get 2 bags as heavy as you can and carry them, and maybe if you're a mile away from the grocery store, walk home with the grocery bags. Trust me, if you are a mile away from the grocery store or 3/4 of a mile away from the grocery store, you go there once a week, you fill up 2 big paper bags full of groceries in each hand, and you do a farmer's walk, what we call a farmer's carry, that will start building your shoulders. No wonder why guys in the gym grab those big dumbbells and carry them by their side and walk back and forth and back and forth. That's a huge exercise for core strength, core stability, and shoulder strength and shoulder gains. As long as you're not hunched over like this carrying, you want to be carrying items like such. Proud chest, thoracic extension. Thoracic extension. That's huge. If you want big shoulders, you have to learn, you must learn how to pull those shoulder blades back and stick the chest out and be prominent. If you want big shoulders, act like you got them and start developing that posture. Pick things up, go to the grocery store, carry heavy objects in both hands equally. Deadlifts. Working your back and working your deadlifts is so important. Picking things up directly from the ground and pulling it up in deadlift posture, deficit deadlift or a normal deadlift, is so good for your shoulder strength. The shoulders need to be stabilized by the back. If the back stabilizes the shoulders can press a heavier load. You're only limited to the amount of weight that your back can stabilize and your back can support. That's your foundation. In order to have big, strong shoulders, you need a big, strong back. Your lats are what controls it. These are the antagonist muscles to your shoulders. That's why deadlifts from the floor or deadlifts from a deficit are going to be a great mechanism for you to start building shoulder dominance. A problem that too many people do when working out shoulders, which leads to injuries. Shoulders can be very injury prone, and the reason is we're a bench press heavy society and a chest heavy society where we want to work our chest, right? But little do the chest experts know, or the chest guys know in the gym, or the bros know, the bigger the chest you want, the bigger the back you need. And the bigger the shoulders you want, the bigger the back you need as well. It's so important to have that back. That's why we start with deadlifts. And the problem is too many people work the anterior deltoids. The anterior deltoids get a ton of work from chest day. You're doing bench press, you're working a lot of interior deltoids. A big problem with that is a lot of guys do the front raise to work those shoulders, which is a good exercise. But with this today, to get dominant shoulders, I want you to cut out the front raise and bring in the side raise. And I want you to do a ton of reps of side lateral raises. And the way you do that, you don't need to pour your pinkies up or anything like that. Keep them straight, keep the elbows slightly bent, and grab a heavier weight for 10 to 15 repetitions. And this is gonna pull. When you do that lift, pull from back here, pull from your back, pull up and squeeze at the top of the shoulders. Get a lot of reps, put down the weight for 30 seconds, pick them back up, do it again. Big arms. The big arms have to come from big shoulders. Everything's connected. So you have to follow the previous steps in order to get big arms. You rarely see someone with huge ass arms and small ass shoulders. It just doesn't happen. You have to have big shoulders. And remember, it all starts with a big back. And what starts with a big back? It starts with big legs. Squat. You gotta squat. You gotta get in the squat rack and build your legs. That right there is going to build your total body strength. The more your legs can support, the more your back can support. The more your back can support, the more your shoulders can press. The more your shoulders can press, the more weight you can press overhead. The more weight you can press overhead, the bigger your arms will get. It's all connected. Do some damn squats. Yoga and posture and correctional exercises. Yoga is so underrated in the bodybuilding and fitness industry, and I feel like a lot of meatheads laugh at the fact of yoga. But if you want good shoulders, you're gonna have to work them. And if you work your shoulders a lot, you're going to get tight. And if you get tight, you need to increase your mobility and range of motion and do proper corrective exercises so you don't injure yourself. Because if you injure yourself, well, hell, then you can't even work the shoulders anymore. Make sure you take care of yourself and do yoga. What that's going to do is release and open up and open the chest and the back and the shoulders. It's such a huge thing, and that's going to get your blood flowing. Key for recovery. A little extra tip here. Stretch the antagonist muscles. Stretch the antagonist muscles. For example, if you're working chest, stretching back. If you're working back, stretching chest or neck. If you're working shoulders, stretching the back. If you're working the biceps, stretch the triceps. If you're working the triceps, stretch the biceps. Work the antagonist muscles. If you're working the hamstring, stretch the quadriceps. That's why yoga and stretching is so important. Let's group that all together into one. Do a yoga session, maybe go take up a yoga class, or do 15-20 minutes on your own and get the app, free yoga app, they're everywhere. From there, start implementing yoga, but also antagonist muscle stretching in between sets. So guys, there you have it. I hope this helps you get bigger shoulders and bigger arms. Remember, everything's connected. It all starts from the foundation. A few extra exercises. If you're with me this long, I'm gonna give you a few bonus exercises. For the back, do face pulls. And when you pull a rope, or grab a rope and pull it back, or a band, and get that thoracic extension back, that's a great one. Face pulls are great, and all your normal back exercises are super great, especially pull-ups. When it comes to pull-ups, you probably can't do that many if you have weak shoulders. And what you want to do is get up to the top of the pull-up bar, pull yourself all the way up, hold it for as long as you can in this position, and go down as slow as you can. Don't worry about pulling yourself up. Just prop yourself back up in that position, jump up or stand in a chair, whatever you have to do. Get back in that locked position and come all the way back down for a negative. Negative pull-ups are going to help you with your shoulder and arm gains. I promise that. So make sure you guys subscribe right there, and I'll see you guys in the next video.